Well, welcome to Focus Today. I'm your host, Perry Atkinson, and we are delighted to have in the studio with us our own Renee Hewitt. We never know what she's up to, but we're soon to find out. She is now the director and producer of the Rogue Valley Live Nativity, and coming up next year.
Yes.
Hi, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing well.
You know, we missed it.
Yeah, we've been hearing that from a lot of people, which is, when I say we, I've been working with a gal named Clarinda Wyant from Rouge Community, and we've been hearing from a lot of people over the last couple of years that, you know, hey, are you going to do the Nativity again, and what's up with that? And so God kind of dropped a vision on my heart, and since January of this year, 2015, Clarinda and I have been gradually working on putting together a whole new Nativity.
Wow.
It's now going to be in Central Point at the Expo.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to take it out there, and again, this is for December of 2016, not this year.
Okay, now is it going to be drive-through or walk-through?
No, it'll be walk-through.
Okay.
We're actually going to take the Kraus barn, and we're going to build Bethlehem inside the Kraus barn.
Wow.
So yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to have some of the similar, same elements that the other one had. As you walk up, we will start. I have some pictures, some artists' renderings of what we've got kind of in the works as far as that goes. I don't know if they're going to bring them up yet.
Okay.
But while they're doing that, I can read you our mission statement.
Okay.
We came up with the mission statement, and it's to immerse people as much as possible in the full experience of the Nativity, from the wise men and the hateful King Herod to the shepherd's angel and the daunting presence of Rome, to the sights and smells of Bethlehem itself. The hope and prayer is for guests to experience the miracle of the birth of Christ through the love of Joseph for Mary, their love for the Christ child, the awestruck shepherds, and the reverent adoration of the wise men. This is not a show, it's an experience.
Yeah.
And
well,
that's...
What a deal to move it out there. And so you've been working on it, and kind of walk us through what's going to kind of happen.
Okay, so the first thing when you walk up, the first scene will be the wise men. And one of the similar elements is that we are going to have a narration. Oh, that's actually the fourth scene. But yeah. Okay. You're going to walk up and you'll see two tents, and then the wise men will be out there by a fire. And we will play a narration, a dramatized, that's it, yes, a dramatized narration. We do have a camel guy, so we're hoping to get some camels. But there will be a dramatized narration that will play that scene. And then they'll move from that scene to King Herod's tent. And there will be King Herod and the wise men, and we'll have a scene there. And then what's going to happen to draw the guests' attention over somewhere else, I'm going to have a shepherd with a sheep running across, yelling something in Hebrew, I hope, something about we found the sheep. And then we'll have our scene with the angel and the shepherds. Wow. And then after that, we'll hear a long horn with the Romans coming in front of Bethlehem. One Roman on horseback. I'm hoping that'll be Bud Amundsen.
Bud on a horse?
Because he's been a horseman for years. So anyway, we'll have on horse. He'll announce the edict for the census. People will be ushered into Bethlehem, and then we'll have the rest of the scenes inside Bethlehem.
So you actually have some audio and version, verbal expressions and all that? Talking, I guess.
Yes. We are gonna record for the wise men, and for like the original nativity that we did out at Bigham Knoll. There'll be a recorded narration for the wise men scene, Herod's scene, and for the shepherds. And then after that, the Roman centurion will be mic'd, and he will speak, and then Mary and Joseph will speak, as well as the innkeeper, and from then on, we'll have speaking.
Wow. Got any needs? You need help? Hello.
Do we ever? We have got a ton of needs. We do have a website. The website is roguevalleylivenativity.org. And on there you can see we have a sign-up sheet. There's a list of all the jobs. There's a jobs list that shows everything that we need. Some of the things that we've been doing in preparation is weaving, making some things, because what we're going for is like I said, it's not a show, it's an experience. Right. I really believe that the magnitude of what happened can't be described in words. It has to be seen and felt.
Right.
And I'm going for very realistic, and a lot of it's based on the movie The Nativity Story. I saw that and I went, that's the look I want.
Yeah.
Bethlehem to look falling down. You know, it's falling apart. It's an old city.
Right.
It's not a new city. The color palette is the creams and browns and blacks and grays,
Yeah.
and doing things like this, which is just simply woven on one of these.
Really?
Yeah, that's all it is. And so we have approximately 100 costumes to build. And each costume tends to be 3 pieces, so it's about 300 pieces per costume.
Wow.
Or 3 pieces per costume. We're going to have to build sets. So we've got, and there's also a whole timeline on the website.
Can churches get involved?
Yes, that's one thing that's one of the reasons why I chose to do this now, is I've been reaching out to churches to find out which churches would like to be involved, as well as individuals. It doesn't have to just be churches.
Well, there you go. You can go to
yeah.
roguevalleylivenativity.org and get involved. Now, this is for next season, but this looks like to be quite the production and experience out at the expo, so you got plenty of room.
Yeah.
And you actually got some real animals and horses and things. And
we're hoping, yeah. Well, we want to make it not just churches, but it's community. We want to work with the 4-H for animals.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Excellent.
work with the 4-H. I need a lot of clay pots, and I had a potter recently tell me it's really easy to make authentic clay pots, and it's like go into the high school and do a pottery class, provide the clay, and have the class make the pots. It's just, we're working with Walking Tall that works through YFC. It's a mentoring, they mentor young men, and we're going to have them make our Roman spears. So we're really it's really a community effort.
how many stand-ins or actors and actresses?
Well, 100 costumes, so I'm hoping for around 100 actors or actors and actresses.
They have to audition?
The only auditions, yeah.
I'm a Roman soldier.
I'm a Roman soldier.
Standing up.
Yeah, no. The auditions will be for Mary and Joseph, the census taker, and possibly the innkeeper, but those will be the main parts that will be auditioned. The rest of them, I don't think will need to be auditioned. This is wonderful.
And how many nights do you think you'll run it?
First, we'll run 3 nights,
Okay.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So we will do that, and it will always be the second weekend in December. We're looking at doing it in the second weekend of December.
A ticketed event?
No, it's free.
Free?
It will be free.
That's the
yeah,
best
just
word
like
I've heard
the
all day.
original. It will be free. So monetarily, our budget's $40,000.
Yeah.
So that's another thing, and we'll be doing fundraising throughout to hopefully raise funds.
Well, you know what's interesting about this? It's not only a great thing to experience, but what an opportunity to bring somebody with you. And,
Yes.
and can literally live through the story.
Yes.
You know, and what it's all about.
Well, last week you had Bob Just on.
Yeah.
And one of the things he was talking about in the youth is that he didn't think, and this is not a direct quote, but he didn't think that any amount of sermons or reading the Bible was going to affect this generation. It had to be something big. And my heart leapt.
Yeah.
Because this was what came to mind.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this could be that experience that is something big that
No
truly
question about
touches
it.
their
Yeah.
hearts and gets through when nothing else can.
Well, let me encourage you to think about this, pray about this, but this is not for this year.
No.
This is for next year, but we're announcing it this year. And it's a big undertaking. When you're talking about making your own sets, making your own costumes, and coordinating all of this, it's a big deal.
Yeah, it is.
So here's what you do. Go to roguevalleylivenativity.org. roguevalleylivenativity.org. Renee will kind of get you going on all that. And I just look for it to be a huge event next year. You know.
And we're hoping, one of the reasons we moved it to the expo is the barn's covered, so weather won't be a factor. And so it can happen every year.
They're in the big arena.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, not the big arena, not the huge one, but it's one of the barns.
One of the barns. Well,
so the
great.
sides are open. I mean, it's
Yeah.
huge. It's 100 by 200 square feet, so it's huge.
Yeah.
And the scenes that are out front are, of course, in tents, and so they can go under the tents if weather is
That's wonderful.
an
Okay.
issue.
Well, thank you.
Yes, you're welcome.
And keep us updated.
Yeah, I will.
And if people just want to sit home and do this, can we do that?
Exactly, yes, and that's on that jobs list. Anything you can sign up for. We need seamstresses, and we need people who are willing to do this, construction workers, all kinds of stuff.
Now, you know what you're going to need when this is all over?
A rest.
Well, no, yeah. A storage unit.
Yes, that's another thing we're looking
You're
at
gonna have
too.
a place to put all this.
We need a place to build the sets as well as a place to store them.
There you go. All right, here's what you do, Rogue Valley Live Nativity.org. Go online and get connected. Thanks, Renee.
You're welcome. Thank you.
We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Paulina and I work at theDove TV. Did you know that when you support theDove TV, you have a profound impact, not only in our community, but around the world? It's your continued support that takes the inspiration and hope in the programs we produce and makes them available to the thousands of people who are watching these videos online every week. Help bring encouragement and hope to our valley and beyond by making a secure online donation today at our website, thedove.us.